Thank you, Senator Bennet and Senator McCain. I want to say what an honor it is to be here, particularly with Senator McCain. This is a bill about promoting public service, and his life has really been about service to others. And his endorsement and support of this, I think, shows the value of this measure. He also used to live in New London, Connecticut, and he's got a lot of friends there, so I got to be very nice to him here today, as does Senator Bennet, who also lived in the eastern Connecticut when he was growing up. Senator Bennet did a nice job of sort of describing the outline of this bill, and what I just want to sort of underline and underscore is that what we're doing here with this legislation is very similar to what we did with the 9/11 education GI Bill last year, which is we took an existing program that really had become out of date and disconnected from a new generation of veterans coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan, and updated and modernized that benefit to make sure that folks coming home, military personnel coming home, would actually have the opportunity that their parents and their grandparents had to obtain an education. This bill, again, modifies a program that was enacted in 1994. As the Senator said, because of the restrictions in terms of eligibility, 6 years of service, the program is now turning away veterans coming home who have completed their 4-year term and otherwise would again benefit children and themselves if they could participate in it. We are reducing the eligibility to a 4-year term or 90 days in combat using exactly the same language which was incorporated into the 9/11 educational GI Bill, and that will make sure that the larger number of school districts will also have a larger number of teachers eligible for the program and able to participate. What I would just say is that some of us have had the honor of going over and visiting with our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. There is no more public-spirited or idealistic group of Americans than the people who serve today, and they will obviously bring discipline and teamwork and all of the values that they were instilled into them as people trained by the military. But even more important, I think they will bring a thoughtful, broad-minded view of the world that no college or university could ever teach to people who are, again, training to be teachers or professors. So this is obviously a great program in terms of helping them transition back to civilian life, but at the end of the day, it will be a great program for our children and for American society.
Well, I want to commend my colleagues for their hard work on this legislation. This is an important milestone in a long effort to create a win-win situation, a win for the schools, a win for people who've served our country in the military by providing a meaningful second career. It really had its inception back when Dick Cheney was Secretary of Defense, and they were downsizing the military because of the collapse of the Soviet Union. And some of us on the education side of things thought, well, wouldn't it be great to try to figure out a way to facilitate people getting a second career in education. And that program was created but in 1994, but it didn't work very well because you need certification to teach, and as a result, in No Child Left Behind, that problem was solved. People could get certification while still in the military, knowing that they were going to be retiring in a year or two. But the program since then, over nearly 10,000 people have become school teachers who had military backgrounds, disproportionately male, disproportionately minority, disproportionately going into teaching math and science. School principals and administrators and others who work with these people say they're a real plus for the mix of talents in the school. They often inspire good role models for often troubled young people. And so I'm just delighted that Senator McCain and Representative Courtney and Senator Bennet and Doris Matsui have put in the effort with their staffs to modernize this program, make it more available for the next generation of people in the military who will, as part of it, have a renewed commitment to serve for 3 years in the reserves, as well as getting the benefits of signing up for this program. The thing Doris and I have been working on is that as a result of a glitch, very few school districts currently are eligible for No Child Left Behind. In my state, only 2 or 3 out of the 400-plus school district. This legislation will solve that problem, as well as making it a even more attractive second career for many of our young men and women serving our country in the armed forces. So anyway, it's great to announce the successful introduction of this program.
Well, I want to, there's very little I can add except to say that I'm very pleased to be here with Senator Bennet and Congresswoman Matsui and Congressman Courtney, and also Congressman Petri, who has been involved in this issue for many, many years of the Troops to Teachers effort. It's been a very successful program, there's no doubt about that, but unfortunately it hasn't been as successful as it can be because of glitches which were unanticipated, such as eligibility and time in service in the military. And so what we are trying to do here today is take a successful program, dramatically expand it, with the full knowledge and appreciation that teachers are more than the narrow definition of teachers. Teachers are role models, teachers are examples to our school children, and teachers are a vital part of our society. And we believe those who have had experience in the military can contribute enormously to the profession as well as to the education and shaping of the characters of our school children all over America. I would point out that in my home state of Arizona, thanks to this legislation, we will have 600 additional schools will be eligible to participate in this program. And again, I want to thank my colleagues. I know of no one, there may be opponents of this legislation out there, I just don't know who they are. So our challenge and our effort now must be devoted to getting this issue and this legislation on an otherwise very busy schedule and calendar that the Senate and the House has. I intend to work with my colleagues to get this done as quickly as possible.